Hey guys, it's Mike from the Beaten Trail. You are watching the channel otherwise known as What's It Like Mike. And this is just a separate channel for me to speak about things related to the channel behind the scenes, but without taking away from the riding video and screwing up the algorithm. Not really a podcast type of channel, the Beaten Trail. So excuse me, if you came here and you've seen that video, that channel, then you know why you're here. But if you're looking at this going, who the heck is this guy? Go check out our channel, The Beaten Trail. So I'm going to try to keep these episodes 10 minutes or less. And we'll have topics to speak about. We already did one that was what's going on in behind the scenes of The Beaten Trail. And today I wanted to just speak about really the logistics of how we make episodes and how we select ideas for episodes. When I started 5 or 6 years ago, the Beaten Trail was named aptly because I had a Razor Trail 50 900 cc 900 model, and it was a tiny little go-kart. I'm not a small guy. I fit in it. It's tight with 2 people, but it was a trail that I had never had a side-by-side before. I beat the hell out of it. There's plenty of stories over there if you want to see the whole Beaten Trail story. But I just started riding and recording my videos. I didn't have a schedule. I first went riding at Lost Trails. I went riding at AOAA. I went riding with Ant. I did, hey, these are the accessories I put in, and I just started recording stuff. And we were a member of Famous Riding Outdoors in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. At that time, they had 7 or 8 land areas, land masses, where you can actually park and experience different types of trail riding. Some coal hills, some marshy, some rocky, some this and that. And I just started putting these together, and people were like, oh, could you make one for Locust Gap? Could you make one for Mount Carmel? So I started making episodes. I think I started off putting one out every week. So people ask me, how do you come up with ideas, right? I mean, we do not ride every weekend. I would love to say my life is so easy that I could just go riding every weekend, but I still do work a couple of days a week. I still have a job. I still have a family and friends, and I like doing other things. I like going out to eat. I like boating. I like hiking. I like video games. I like all this stuff. So there are still a lot of things that I do, and putting a video out every week is a bit of a challenge. And sometimes you'll have a bonanza, right? We'll go do a ride and I get to interview this person and this shop, and we go do a couple trails and I can make a couple videos, but it's not always that way. It doesn't always flow every week. I don't always get the chance to have material every week. So we have been lucky enough to have some great partners, vendors, sponsors, and people that have businesses where we can work with them or they can help us. So say, for example, last week, Kemimoto sent they want us to test a sound bar. Now, we have tested sound bars before, but they're not always the loudest. They're not always what people want. And a sound bar can be $100, $200, $300. We have one that we use. We use an Ihaho brand that we have in the RMAX. They gave us that, and we reviewed it, and it's a great unit, and it works. We don't use it all that much because we're usually riding. We don't stay and stop and play music. So Kemimoto said, hey, we have this, and I said, sure, we'll check it out, and I had them ship it to Gary. And so Gary and Keith, I basically said, look, one of you guys want a free sound bar. All you got to do is film the install, send me pictures, and then show me help me make a video on it. So that was last week. Gary has a GoPro that I provided him. He logs into my account, he uploads it to the cloud, and then from here in New Jersey, I'm able to pull that down, use the video, put it together, edit out all the bloopers and all the talk that they're doing. And Keith filmed, Gary did, and we made an episode. And it took him like an hour. I trimmed it down to like 14 minutes, and maybe it's less than that with all my BS and talking. So that was a means to put something together. I still got to get out to Piney Ridge Riders, Piney Trail Riders. I still have to get out to a couple other places. I got someone that wants to take me to Roush. I got someone that wants me to come up to New Hampshire in season. And it's hard because there's nowhere to ride in Jersey that's legal, right? So if we're going to go riding up at the lake, or we're going to go riding in the woods, or we're going to go up to Vernon, these are all places that are not, they're not legal. And so I do not generally make videos or ride in illegal places. Let's leave it at that. You just don't, and then you don't film yourself doing it, and you don't do it. So, respect property owners. We go to parks and we ride. Okay, so for me to ride and to film, I have to go to Pennsylvania at a minimum, or New York, even worse. So I have to plan these trips, and making videos just can be a little bit of a challenge because nobody wants me to rehash old footage. I do have an idea now that I have to put a video together for the R-Max and its 2,000 mile overview, and what repairs have I done, what accessories have I put in, what's my feeling on it. That's something that I can put together and I'm in progress of doing it. So if I'm good till Friday, I still need something. I never want to be chasing the next video, but I do in certain cases. We have group rides. We're going to go out and do something in Moab. We're going to go here and there. So all that takes time. I do have a camera. I got a green screen. I can film out here. I can film with the Grizzly. I can go to the film with the R-Max. It just, running a channel is a bit of a challenge because you start projects and then you work on them, and then sometimes you don't get everything you need, or the video just falls flat. Nobody wants to see us do anything in the garage. Like any of our garage or updates, it's just not our type of audience appreciation video. Nobody wants to see that. They want to see out on the trail. So sometimes I have to go back, and like I just did a top 10 Tennessee, which everybody liked. I did a top 10 Pennsylvania, which I have to update, but I can't always just use archival footage. I want to put out good videos that people like and they want to see, and footage they haven't seen yet, right? So running a channel, you have to take that all into account. We also, any of the ad revenue that we make in Facebook and YouTube, and that's really the only two places we're monetized. I have a Instagram and TikTok, but we're not monetized because we don't have enough people. The money that I make there goes to hats and balaclavas and stickers and dust masks and t-shirts. And, we generally hand those out. I mean, yes, we do have a store. Yes, we sell some, but we're not one of those channels that all we do is sell merch, right? They make all their money from merch. We don't. I know we're stupid because we probably can make a ton of money doing that. Regardless, as a small channel with 60,000 people, we probably only have a couple thousand true diehard fans. Some are casual, and maybe we have a couple hundred that are, or 1,000 that are really diehard, crazy, love all the stuff that we do. And we appreciate it. It's great to do that. And I'm always happy to have the channel, but to feed the constant treadmill every weekend, to work on something, to put out on a Friday can be a challenge. So when I do have vendors that come to me, it has to be something that has to do with my channel, and it has to have something to do with it, camping or riding or gear or whatever we may have. So that can be a challenge. So if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, we have a couple videos on how to. There's plenty of people out there who will tell you how to do a channel a lot better than anything I can explain. But again, in the sense of keeping this brief, that is how we do it. Either a group ride or a product or an event or something comes up, or an interview with a vendor. And those are what we use to put items together. Sometimes feeding the channel doesn't always come easily. So thanks everybody for watching. Just a brief vent explanation of what it's like to have to feed the channel every week. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to check out The Beaten Trail YouTube channel, and we'll see you out there on the trail. Thanks. Made it under 10 minutes. 4 seconds to go. 3.